My name is Agnes Mando Banda, and my presentation is an evaluation of Bwafwano Early Childhood Education Integrated Services of Chazanga, township of Lusaka. Background. The importance of early childhood development and education has been acknowledged by economists, behavioral scientists, educators, neuroscientists, biologists. The quality of early childhood development has a significant effect on the quality of populations and influences health outcome in adult life. Statement of the problem. Most orphan and vulnerable children in Chazanga compounds or township lack access to early childhood education. This affects their positive development, behavior, as well as social interaction. Most OVCs indulge in unproductive activities which affect their future academic success. The chances for enrollment of most OVCs in formal education in Chazanga are bleak. The BISO early childhood program was aimed at addressing the identified challenges. Purpose of the study. The survey, therefore, intended to find out the impacts that the BISO early childhood program has had on the child, family, and the community of Chazanga as a whole, and to establish whether there is increased awareness and demand for early childhood services over the 1 year that the program had been running. Research assumptions. In this evaluation, it is assumed that early childhood education programs provided by BISO in Chazanga will lead to improved attendance, retention, and generally school readiness. It is also assumed that increased awareness and understanding of the early childhood education concept will not only positively affect the lives of the children, but their families and the Chazanga community as a whole. Significance of the study. The impact of early childhood education on the child as a principal beneficiaries, or on the children as principal beneficiaries, their families and the community at large will increase awareness and an understanding of holistic nature of the early childhood education will have multiple effects on the community. The study also is significant in that the results will be used to encourage other communities and the government to replicate the model being used at Bwafwano. The model can also be used as a strategy of increasing access to early childhood education in Zambia, which currently is a preserve of the few rich citizens. Methodology. The research design. The designed approach was interactive and participatory, with qualitative and quantitative methods complementing each other. The target population for the study was made up of members of Chazanga township of Lusaka, whose children attend preschools under Bwafwano Integrated Services Organization. The BISO Early Childhood Program had 560 children. The target population also included early childhood teachers, center leaders, community leaders, members of the founding Futures Club, parents, caregivers, children, and the key informants who were mostly community leaders and administrators at BISO. Sample size. A representative sample was drawn from the project population. There were 20 children, 8 teachers, 8 parents, 9 community members who included community leaders, and 5 key informants. Field data collection. The key informants were identified and interviews. 2 sets of focus group discussion meetings were planned, with 1 focus group meeting held with adults, teachers, office staff, stakeholders, and another was held exclusively with the children. Completion of questionnaires. Other representatives who did not participate in the focus group discussions were given same structured questionnaires to complete. Data analysis. A data entry sheet with appropriate codes was developed in SPSS. The questionnaires from the field were checked for completeness, and then data was entered into the SPSS program. Frequencies were generated as per data analysis plan. Information from the focus group discussion meetings was collated into thematic areas to arrive at popular views, which were then taken as the views from these focus group meetings. Findings: 72% of the children live with grandparents. It was found that before the BISO project, the BISO Early Childhood project, most community members in Chazanga Township had low knowledge on early childhood education, but now has a better understanding and appreciation of early childhood education. More women had a better understanding of early childhood education than the men. Children attending early childhood education programs teach their parents how to pray before the meals and aspects of hygiene during meals or even after using the toilet, among other skills. Besides the support parents and community members provide to the running of early childhood centers, the meetings also provide an opportunity for teachers and parents to interact and discuss issues affecting children and challenges faced by the community centers. On average, the knowledge levels of group leaders on early childhood education had risen from 35% before the training to 75% after the training. There was an increase in the number of girls attending preschool than boys. There was an increased capacity among the caregivers of orphans and vulnerable children in Chazanga due to the BISO Early Childhood Project. Some parents and community leaders confirmed that OVCs on the BISO Early Childhood Program further benefited from increased capacity of caregivers through improved teaching and home visits. Conclusion: increased awareness and appreciation of early childhood education. The BISO Early Childhood Project has created increased awareness and appreciation of early childhood programs among the community members and parents in Chazanga Township. Attendance of meetings: more women, 80%, attend meetings than men, 45%, and as such, women were more supportive of activities taking place in the early childhood community centers. Training of group leaders: 16 group leaders were trained. Inquiries for early childhood education from the local communities. By the end of the first year of the project, inquiries on early childhood from the local communities had increased by 55%. Recommendations: development and sustaining capacity of caregivers, encouraging community cash contributions, development of appropriate teaching materials, implementation of effective home-based component, supporting income-generating activities, application of a uniform curriculum, involvement of the government line ministries. These are some of the references that I used, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Agnes.